Every evening at exactly 4:45, Isaac Monroe, a 68-year-old black doorman, polished the brass handles of the Whitmore Grand Hotel before the dinner rush began. For almost 30 years, Isaac had stood beneath that gold-trimmed awning in downtown Chicago, greeting guests with warmth no training manual could teach. "Welcome back, Mrs. Ellison. How's your knee feeling? Mr. Carter, your daughter's graduation is next week, right?" People smiled when they saw Isaac. He remembered birthdays, carried bags without being asked, and kept umbrellas ready for rainy days. To many guests, he was the soul of the hotel. But to the new manager, Preston Vale, Isaac was a problem. Preston had arrived 3 months earlier with slick hair, sharp suits, and a cold belief that luxury meant erasing anything that looked old-fashioned. One afternoon, Isaac heard him speaking to the front desk supervisor. "The entrance needs a cleaner image," Preston said. "Guests paying this much don't want the first face they see to be outdated." The supervisor looked uncomfortable. "You mean Isaac?" Preston smiled thinly. "I mean the brand." After that, Isaac was moved away from the main entrance during VIP hours. Younger white staff replaced him out front while he was assigned side doors, luggage storage, and late-night rain shifts. Isaac swallowed the insult because he needed the paycheck. His wife's medicine was expensive, and his granddaughter was starting college. Then came the stormy Friday night when everything changed. A soaked elderly man stepped out of a taxi with no luggage, no reservation paper, and no umbrella. 2 bellmen ignored him. Isaac rushed forward. "Sir, come under here before you catch your death." He gave the man his own umbrella and helped him inside. Preston saw it happen. His face hardened, and Isaac knew trouble was coming. The lobby glittered with chandeliers, marble floors, and guests dressed for a charity gala. Isaac guided the soaked elderly man toward a quiet chair near the fireplace. "You sit right here, sir," Isaac said. "I'll get you some tea." The man's hands trembled slightly. "Thank you," he whispered. "Most people just looked through me." Isaac smiled. "I know how that feels." Before he could walk away, Preston's voice sliced through the lobby. "Isaac!" Guests turned. Preston marched over, jaw tight. "Why is this man sitting in the VIP lounge?" Isaac stayed respectful. He came in from the storm, needed help. Preston lowered his voice, but not enough. "You don't make decisions here. You open doors." The elderly man tried to rise. "There's no need." Preston ignored him. "And you?" he snapped at Isaac. "Stop acting like you run this hotel. This is exactly why I moved you from the front entrance." Isaac felt heat rise in his chest. For decades he had smiled through disrespect. But now the whole lobby was watching. "I was helping a guest," Isaac said. Preston laughed coldly. "A guest? He doesn't even look like he belongs in the penthouse lobby." A young concierge quietly pulled out her phone. Isaac's face changed. Not with anger, with disappointment. "Mr. Vale," he said softly. "A man don't need a gold watch to deserve kindness." Preston stepped closer. "After tonight, we'll discuss whether you still belong here." The lobby went silent. The elderly man slowly reached into his coat and pulled out a black keycard. "Penthouse level." Preston's smile faded for half a second. But he recovered. Anyone can hold a keycard. That night, the concierge posted the video online. By morning, the clip had spread across the city. And the elderly man Preston dismissed? He was Howard Ellery, founder of the investment group that had secretly purchased the Whitmore Grand. Saturday morning, the Whitmore Grand woke up to a nightmare. Guests canceled reservations. Reporters gathered outside the revolving doors. Online comments flooded the hotel's page. "Isaac carried my mother's bags for 10 years. He found my wedding ring in the snow. That man treated everyone like family." Then former employees began speaking out. Preston pushed black staff away from VIP areas. He called older workers bad for the image. Isaac trained half the lobby team and never got promoted. Preston tried to bury the scandal with a polished statement. The video lacks context. But then the concierge released the full clip. "No editing. No misunderstanding. Just Preston's own words echoing through a luxury lobby. Isaac watched everything from his small kitchen table while his wife, Ruth, held his hand. I don't want to be a headline, he said. Ruth looked at him gently. Baby, you've been holding doors open for everybody else. Maybe it's time one opened for you. Later that afternoon, Howard Ellery arrived at Isaac's apartment. No assistants. No cameras. Just the man from the storm holding a folder. I came to apologize, Howard said. Not just for Preston. For the system that allowed him. Inside the folder were complaints, ignored promotion requests, and performance reviews calling Isaac beloved by guests, but not executive material. Isaac's eyes filled with tears. So they knew. Howard nodded. They knew, and they chose comfort over fairness. Then he made Isaac an offer. Tomorrow, I'm meeting the board. I want you to speak. Isaac looked down at his worn hands. I'm just a doorman. Howard shook his head. No, Mr. Monroe. You are the reason people came back. The boardroom sat 30 floors above Chicago, overlooking the city Isaac had watched from the sidewalk for nearly 3 decades. Preston sat stiffly at the table, pretending confidence. Isaac stood beside Howard, wearing his old uniform, freshly pressed by Ruth that morning. Howard began. This hotel has been selling elegance while forgetting dignity. Then Isaac stepped forward. His voice was quiet at first. I opened doors here for 29 years. But many doors inside this place stayed closed to people who looked like me. The board members shifted uncomfortably. Isaac continued. I didn't ask to be famous. I asked to be treated like a man. One by one, staff members entered. The concierge, bellmen, housekeepers, former supervisors. They shared stories of discrimination, fear, and silence. Preston finally stood. This is emotional manipulation. Luxury has standards. Howard's face hardened. Kindness is the first standard you failed. By the end of the meeting, Preston was removed from his position. But Isaac's victory wasn't about destroying him. Howard announced a new employee equity program, public reviews of promotions, and a new role created for Isaac, Director of Guest Relations and Staff Culture. A week later, Isaac returned to the front entrance. Not hidden, honored. Guests applauded as he stepped beneath the gold awning. His granddaughter hugged him tightly. Grandpa, you're on the news. Isaac laughed softly. Lord help me. Then Howard placed a small brass plaque beside the main doors. Isaac Monroe entrance, where every guest is seen. Isaac touched the plaque with trembling fingers. For the first time in years, he didn't feel invisible. He opened the door for an elderly woman walking in from the rain. Welcome, he said with a smile. You belong here.